Welcome to this training session, Neutral, Calm, and Cozy Classroom Spaces, Creating Environments that Nurture Young Children. The focus of this training is how to create neutral, calm, and cozy classroom spaces that help children feel safe, supported, and ready to learn. Classrooms are more than just spaces. They influence children's mood, behavior, and learning outcomes. Neutral spaces reduce overstimulation and help children focus on activities. Calm spaces encourage emotional regulation and reduce behavior challenges. Cozy spaces provide comfort, belonging, and a home-like atmosphere. Throughout this training session, we will explore design strategies, practical examples, and ways to adapt your classroom to meet children's developmental needs. We will also discuss how these spaces support social emotional growth, cognitive development, and self-regulation. Think of this as a guide to designing classrooms that truly act as the third teacher. By the end of this session, you will have tools to create spaces that nurture both children and adults. This training is made possible by the Kentucky Governor's Office of Early Childhood. By the end of this training session, you will understand the impact of classroom design on children's well-being and learning. We will cover why neutral and calming colors matter, how cozy elements provide comfort, and how organization supports self-regulation. You will see examples of effective classroom setups that are both functional and inviting. This session explores strategies that require minimal resources, showing that small changes can have a big impact. You will also have opportunities to reflect on your current classroom and identify areas for improvement. The goal is to give you practical tools that you can implement immediately. As we move through the slides, consider how each idea might fit into your classroom. By the end, you will have a clear path for creating environments that enhance engagement, learning, and emotional security. The concept of the classroom as the third teacher emphasizes that children learn not only from adults and peers, but also from their surroundings. The classroom communicates expectations, values, and priorities. A well-designed space promotes exploration, creativity, and self-regulation. Conversely, a cluttered or overstimulating environment can increase stress and reduce focus. Neutral, calm, and cozy spaces allow children to feel safe and ready to engage in learning. The layout, lighting, color, and materials all communicate messages to children about how they are expected to behave. By intentionally designing classrooms, we shape children's experiences in positive ways. Think about how your current classroom communicates to children. Is it inviting, organized, and calming? Every design choice matters, and the small adjustments can have significant effects on behavior and learning outcomes. Neutral colors such as soft grays, beige, cream, taupe, and light wood tones serve as a calming backdrop for learning. They reduce visual overstimulation, allowing children to focus on activities, materials, and interactions. Neutral tones also make children's artwork, classroom materials, and seasonal decorations stand out more clearly. Using neutral colors does not mean your classroom is dull or boring. Rather, it creates a balance that supports attention and focus. Overly bright or highly contrasting colors can increase energy levels or distract children. Neutral designs also make the classroom feel more cohesive, organized, and professional. Many teachers report that classrooms with neutral tones feel calmer and more peaceful. This sets the stage for social emotional learning and enhances children's ability to engage in deep play and problem solving. Calm classroom environments help children manage emotions, behavior, and attention. Spaces that are too noisy, cluttered, or visually overstimulating can increase anxiety, hyperactivity, and frustration. Calm environments are predictable, organized, and soothing, which helps children feel safe. Soft lighting, minimal visual clutter, and clearly defined areas contribute to a sense of calm. Calm spaces also support transitions between activities, reduce conflict, and enhance learning engagement. Children feel best when they feel emotionally secure and have a stable, structured environment. Calm classrooms also benefit by reducing stress and improving classroom management for teachers. By intentionally creating calm areas, we give children a place to regulate themselves before engaging in social interactions or challenging tasks. Think of calm spaces as breathing zones for children and adults alike. Cozy spaces in classrooms make children feel safe, valued, and connected. Elements like soft rugs, pillows, small seating areas, and natural textures provide warmth and comfort. These spaces allow children to engage in quiet play, reading, or small group activities without distractions. Cozy areas help children who may experience stress or instability outside of school by offering a safe and predictable refuge. They foster social emotional development, encourage peer interactions, and enhance communication skills. Children are more likely to engage deeply in play when they feel comfortable and at ease. Cozy spaces are also supportive of independence, as children can choose when and how to use them. Teachers often find that cozy spaces reduce behavior challenges and increase engagement. These areas should be inviting, flexible, and accessible for all children. Small details like blankets, soft lighting, and low furniture can make a big difference. Neutral spaces rely on calm colors, natural materials, and simple designs. Walls painted in soft, muted colors create a gentle backdrop for classroom activities. Natural materials such as wooden shelves, cotton rugs, and woven baskets provide texture and warmth without overstimulation. Avoid excessive patterns or busy designs, which can create visual chaos. Furniture and shelving should blend with the environment, supporting organization and functionality. Neutral spaces also help children focus on play, exploration, and learning rather than being distracted by the environment itself. A well-chosen neutral palette allows for seasonal or thematic decorations to stand out without overwhelming the space. The goal is to provide a clean, calm, and flexible backdrop that enhances learning opportunities. These choices communicate to children and to the classroom is a safe and intentional space for learning and growth. Calm classroom spaces rely on organization and intentionality. Soft lighting, such as lamps or indirect sunlight, creates a gentle atmosphere. Avoid harsh fluorescent lights if possible, as they can increase agitation or anxiety. Keep the classroom layout simple, with open areas that allow children to move safely and freely. Defined activity zones like reading corners, sensory tables, and block areas provide structure and predictability. Clutter can overwhelm children and reduce focus, so storage solutions with clear labeling are important. Calm spaces are not about silence. They are about creating predictable, organized environments where children know what to expect. Transitions between activities become smoother when spaces are clearly defined. Calm classrooms also allow teachers to engage with children more effectively and reduce stress for both adults and children. Cozy spaces invite children to relax, read, or engage in small group play. Soft seating options such as rugs, floor cushions, and bean bags make the area comfortable and welcoming. Low shelves allow children to access books and materials independently. This promotes autonomy and responsibility. Warm lighting such as lamps or natural light adds a sense of safety and comfort. Textiles like blankets, throws, and soft curtains can enhance the coziness of the space. Cozy corners encourage children to slow down, self-regulate, and engage in meaningful interactions with peers and materials. These areas often become favorite spots for children, increasing engagement and enjoyment of the classroom. Teachers should observe how children use cozy areas to ensure they are meeting needs for quiet, comfort, and security. Thoughtful placement of cozy elements supports positive routines and transitions. Color plays a powerful role in children's mood and focus. Neutral base colors create a stable foundation and allow children's work to shine. Muted accent colors, such as soft blues or greens, can enhance calmness without overstimulation. Soft yellows can add warmth and friendliness. Avoid using bright primary colors across large areas, as they can increase energy levels and distract children. Color should support the purpose of a space. Calm colors for relaxation areas, slightly brighter for active zones if desired. Remember that neutral and calm palettes also make it easier to adapt the space for any seasonal or thematic changes. Choosing colors intentionally communicates to children what behaviors and energy levels are expected in different areas. Consistency in color can also reduce anxiety and help children feel more secure in their environment. Lighting has a significant impact on children's mood, alertness, and behavior. Natural light is ideal. It boosts mood, supports circadian rhythms, and enhances learning. Supplement natural light with soft, low-level lamps to create a cozy and calm atmosphere, especially in reading or quiet areas. Avoid harsh fluorescent lighting as it can cause overstimulation, headaches, and anxiety. Consider using dimmers or adjustable lighting in key areas. Even small changes, like soft string lights in a cozy corner, can create warmth and comfort. Pay attention to glare on floors, walls, or materials, as it can be distracting. Consistent and intentional lighting choices support engagement, self-regulation, and overall classroom comfort. Lighting also sets the tone for transitions between different types of activities. By managing light carefully, we enhance both aesthetics and functionality. Clutter can be overwhelming for children and adults alike. Clear, organized surfaces help children focus and make classroom routines smoother. Labeled bins and baskets promote independence, as children know where to find and return items. Rotating toys and materials reduces overstimulation and allows children to engage more deeply with the items available. Organizing by theme, color, or developmental area helps children navigate the space easily. Shelving should be accessible to children, promoting autonomy and responsibility. A well-organized classroom reduces conflicts and behavior challenges. It also communicates to children that the environment is safe, predictable, and supportive. Teachers benefit from less stress and easier cleanup. Regularly reviewing and refreshing materials keeps the space dynamic without adding clutter. Furniture plays a key role in creating neutral, calm, and cozy spaces. Low shelves and tables allow children to reach materials independently, fostering autonomy and confidence. Rounded edges increase safety and reduce accidents. Flexible seating options like cushions, small chairs, or stools accommodate different learning styles and comfort preferences. Lightweight furniture allows for easy rearrangement for group activities or cozy corners. Choosing natural wood or natural finishes maintains a calm aesthetic. Proper furniture placement supports traffic flow and minimizes conflicts. Multifunctional furniture, such as storage benches or loft areas, add versatility. Comfortable, accessible, and safe furniture contributes to children's engagement, independence, and self-regulation. It also reflects intentionality in classroom design and supports a welcoming atmosphere. Textures create a sensory-rich environment that feels cozy and inviting. Soft rugs, cushions, and blankets make areas comfortable for sitting, reading, and group activities. Woven baskets, wooden toys, and natural fibers add warmth and tactile interest without overstimulation. Textures can be used both functionally and decoratively, enhancing comfort while supporting sensory development. Children often gravitate toward spaces that feel physically inviting. Different textures also encourage exploration, fine motor development, and creativity. When selecting textiles, consider durability, cleanability, and safety. Combining textures with neutral or calming colors strengthens the overall peaceful aesthetic. Thoughtful use of textures transforms ordinary classroom areas into spaces children love to spend time in. Remember, coziness is both visual and tactile. Zoning the classroom helps children navigate the space and engage in different types of play. Reading and quiet areas provide calm, cozy spaces for relaxation, independent exploration, and small group discussions. Art and creative spaces support self-expression while keeping materials organized. Block and construction areas encourage collaborative play, problem solving, and spatial awareness. Sensory and fine motor spaces support hands-on exploration and development of coordination skills. Clear, defined zones reduce confusion, prevent overcrowding, and improve classroom flow. Children understand where activities happen, which promotes their independence and responsibility. Flexible zoning allows spaces to be adapted for seasonal activities or rotating materials. Thoughtful zoning also supports calm transitions between activities and helps children feel secure and organized in their environment. Bringing nature into the classroom supports calm, cozy, and neutral environments. Plants provide visual interest, improve air quality, and create a soothing atmosphere. Natural light is one of the easiest ways to promote well-being and focus. Incorporating natural materials like wood, stone, cotton, and jute strengthens the connection to nature. Outdoor access, even for short periods, helps children regulate energy and support gross motor development. Nature elements can also be used in learning experiences, such as nature tables, collections, and sensory activities. Exposure to natural elements reduces stress and supports emotional regulation. Even small touches like natural textures, muted colorings, and greenery create a calmer, more inviting space. Children often engage more deeply in learning when surrounded by natural, comforting materials. Make sure that any plants that are incorporated into the classroom are checked for safety concerns. Personalizing the classroom strengthens children's sense of belonging and ownership. Displaying children's artwork on walls, shelves, or bulletin boards communicates that their work is valued. Incorporating items related to children's interests encourages engagement and sparks curiosity. Child-friendly signage, such as labels, visual schedules, or name tags, help children navigate the environment independently. Personal touches also promote social emotional development and confidence. These choices make the classroom feel warm and welcoming rather than generic. Personalization should complement the neutral and calm design rather than clutter the space. You can rotate artwork and materials to keep the environment fresh and engaging. The goal is to create a cozy, inviting space that reflects the children who spend time there. Acoustics are often overlooked but play an important role in calm and cozy classrooms. Excessive noise can increase stress and disrupt attention. Soft surfaces such as rugs, curtains, and upholstered furniture help absorb sound and reduce echo. Strategically placing soft materials near high-traffic areas can help control noise levels. Gentle background music during quiet times or transitions can enhance calmness. Avoid sudden loud noises or constant overlapping sounds, which can overstimulate children. Good acoustics support listening, communication, and concentration. Teachers also benefit from reduced vocal strain and stress. Consider sound when designing zones, arranging furniture, and planning routines. Overall, managing classroom sound contributes significantly to a neutral, calm, and cozy environment. Reading corners are an ideal opportunity to create cozy, calm spaces. Soft rugs, floor cushions, or small chairs invite children to sit comfortably and engage in reading. Low shelves allow children to independently select and return books, which provides independence and autonomy. Adding gentle lighting like lamps or string lights creates warmth and comfort. Consider creating semi-enclosed areas with curtains or screens for added privacy and coziness. Arrange books by theme or reading level for accessibility. Cozy reading corners can be a retreat for children who need a break from high-energy activities. They also support literacy, attention span, and language development. Encourage children to use the space appropriately and allow them to make choices within this area. Creating cozy spaces should be age appropriate. For toddlers, soft mats, cushions, and sensory bins provide comfort and engagement. Small tents or fabric canopies add a sense of enclosure and security. Preschoolers benefit from bean bags, reading nooks, and low tables that are flexible for multiple activities. Mixed-age classrooms can incorporate flexible seating areas and quiet corners that accommodate different developmental needs. Cozy spaces should be safe, accessible, and adaptable for children's changing needs. Always observe how children interact with the space and make adjustments as needed. Safety is always a priority. Ensure furniture, cushions, and rugs are stable and clean. A thoughtfully designed cozy space supports independent play, social interaction, and emotional regulation. Flexible seating adds to the sense of comfort and personalization in the classroom. Options like bean bags, wobble stools, or floor cushions allow children to select where they feel most comfortable learning. Small tables and lap desks provide variety and adapt to children's needs. Allowing choice in seating promotes autonomy and teaches self-awareness. Some children focus better when they can move, while others prefer cozy, stable seating. Flexible seating also encourages collaboration as children can gather in different ways. It prevents the classroom from feeling rigid or overly structured. Teachers can benefit from observing how children use seating to regulate themselves. Seating choices should align with safety and developmentally appropriateness. This flexibility reflects a respect for children's preferences and enhances the cozy, calm atmosphere of the classroom. Soft decor elements enhance the coziness of the classroom while supporting a calm and neutral aesthetic. Curtains or fabric canopies soften harsh lines and create a home-like feel. Wall hangings, neutral art prints, or simple nature photographs bring warmth without overwhelming the senses. Rugs add comfort and reduce noise levels. Throws and blankets can make seating areas more inviting. Decor should be minimal and intentional, avoiding clutter or overly bright patterns. Incorporating nature-inspired prints connects children to calming outdoor themes. Every element should add to the environment's purpose rather than simply fill space. These touches create an inviting atmosphere where children feel safe and relaxed. A cozy classroom doesn't need to be overly decorated. Simplicity often communicates comfort more effectively. Cozy regulation spaces are essential for helping young children manage emotions. These small areas provide a safe retreat when children feel overwhelmed or need time to regroup. Include items like stress balls, soft toys, or sensory bottles to support self-regulation. A few books or calming images can also be included. The space should be accessible and never seen as a punishment area. Rather, it's a supportive tool. Children should be encouraged to use it voluntarily when they recognize they need a break. Teachers can model how to use the space appropriately. A well-designed regulation area fosters independence, emotional awareness, and problem solving. It reduces conflicts and classroom stress by giving children a safe outlet. Placement matters. Choose a quiet corner away from high-traffic areas. Cozy regulation spaces show children that emotions are valid and manageable. Teachers are central to creating and maintaining cozy, calm classroom environments. Beyond design, teachers model calm behavior, setting the tone for the classroom. The way adults speak, move, and respond to children reinforces the peaceful atmosphere. Teachers are always responsible for organizing and maintaining spaces, keeping them clean, uncluttered, and intentional. This requires consistent routines and care. Supporting children's use of cozy areas includes teaching expectations and allowing freedom of choice. Teachers must balance structure with flexibility, ensuring cozy spaces are used productively. Regular observation helps identify what is working and what may need adjustments. Collaboration with co-teachers and families ensures consistency across environments. Ultimately, the teacher is both facilitator and designer, shaping a classroom where children thrive emotionally, socially, and academically. It is important to be aware of common mistakes when designing calm and cozy classrooms. One common pitfall is using too many bright colors or busy decorations. While well-intentioned, these can overwhelm children and lead to overstimulation. Another mistake is overcrowding spaces with too many materials, which increases clutter and reduces focus. Less is often more in early childhood design. Avoid turning cozy spaces into timeout or punishment areas, as this changes their purpose and makes children reluctant to use them. Cozy spaces should always be associated with comfort, safety, and self-regulation. Also ensure cozy areas are inclusive and accessible to all children, including those with disabilities. Maintaining intentionality, balance, and respect for children's needs prevents these mistakes. Reflect often on how your classroom environment feels to both children and adults. Take a moment to study this classroom photo. How does this classroom make you feel? Is it hard to focus on specific areas? How do you think children would feel in this environment? Children benefit greatly from neutral, calm, and cozy classroom environments. These spaces support emotional regulation, helping children manage stress and transitions more effectively. A calm, organized classroom allows children to focus more deeply on learning and play. Cozy spaces build a sense of belonging, helping children feel safe and connected to the classroom community. These benefits extend across developmental domains: social, emotional, cognitive, and physical. Children are more willing to take learning risks when they feel secure. They also demonstrate improved cooperation and peer relationships in calm environments. Behavior challenges often decrease as the environment reduces stressors. Overall, the classroom becomes a supportive partner in development. These long-term benefits reinforce why intentional design is so important in early childhood education. Teachers also experience benefits from neutral, calm, and cozy classroom spaces. A well-organized, uncluttered environment reduces daily stress and makes management smoother. Teachers spend less time redirecting behavior when the environment itself supports calmness. Cleanup and transitions become easier when materials are clearly organized and labeled. Teachers also report feeling more relaxed and comfortable in aesthetically pleasing environments. These benefits increase job satisfaction and reduce burnout. A cozy, calm atmosphere fosters stronger teacher-child relationships as there are fewer conflicts and more positive interactions. Teachers can spend more time engaging in meaningful learning with children rather than constantly managing chaos. The classroom becomes a supportive partner for teachers too, creating balance and harmony in daily routines. Families can play an important role in classroom design. Inviting families to contribute ideas or small items, such as family photos, cushions, or natural materials, strengthens connections. Sharing design goals with families helps them understand the importance of neutral, calm, and cozy spaces. This may inspire them to create similar calming environments at home. Encouraging consistency between home and school supports children's adjustment and regulation. Families also feel more engaged and valued when they see their contributions reflected in the classroom. Communication is key. Explain how design choices support learning and behavior. Family engagement also builds trust and reinforces the community aspect of the classroom. Ultimately, involving families strengthens the cozy, welcoming atmosphere and helps children feel secure in their environments. Reflection is an important step in professional growth. Take time to think about your classroom's current strengths and challenges. Which areas already feel neutral, calm, and cozy? Celebrate those successes and build on them. Which areas may feel cluttered, noisy, or overstimulating? Identify what changes could improve those spaces. Consider small, manageable steps that you can take this month. For example, you might add a cozy reading nook, reorganize shelves, or replace bright posters with neutral decor. Action planning should be realistic and specific. Write down 1 or 2 goals and decide how you will measure success. Reflection helps ensure that your classroom environment continues to grow and adapt to children's needs. Remember that classroom environments act as the third teacher. Neutral spaces create balance and reduce overstimulation. Calm spaces provide emotional regulation and smoother classroom management. Cozy spaces provide comfort, belonging, and a sense of safety. Together, these elements support children's development, behavior, and learning. Teachers also benefit with reduced stress and improved relationships. Creating these spaces does not require expensive resources. It requires intentionality, organization, and reflection. Start with small changes and build over time. Every choice you make sends a message to children about how they are valued and supported. Thank you for participating in this training session. Take your reflection and action plan and bring it to life in your classroom. The changes you make will have a lasting impact on the children you serve.